Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a shop critique. Lisa Ryden Erickson, I hope I said that right, purchased a shop critique as a result of enrolling into the Shortcut to Success course. So if you don't know, when you enroll you get like a one-time offer kind of thing, and Lisa took advantage of that. So I'm just here today to kind of critique her shop. Now, I would advise getting a snack, maybe a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or something of your choice, because this might be a while. These shop critiques do often take quite a while. So yeah, definitely pause it and go and grab yourself something, and grab yourself a notepad and pen and paper if you fancy it, because we're going to be going through a lot today. So Lisa does art, basically. I am not very au fait with art and things like that. So Lisa, you will have to forgive me if I say the wrong thing or I don't get the medium quite right. I don't really know a lot about art, but Lisa basically draws, and from what I can see, just through having a little read through her profile, she does illustrations, drawings and things like that. So straight off the bat, Lisa, I do like your name. I like the fact of you as an artist are using your own name. The only thing I would say is maybe if someone has bought a print from you before, they might not remember your full name. This is why quite a lot of Etsy shop owners do brands instead of having your own name, purely because if you make it quite a short brand name, people will remember you and they'll kind of sit there and go, oh, where did I get that art print from? I really want one for my new bedroom or my new lounge or something like that. I know, I couldn't remember what it was, and basically it's just a lot easier for people to remember a brand name as opposed to your full name. I do like your logo, however, I'm not 100% sure, like this to me looks like a H. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I do understand where you're coming from. You're trying to keep it simple. So I would just perhaps, as you are in the course, I'd probably go to the branding section and I'd probably have a little read of that, because I do advise to reflect the feel of your brand. And the whole thing with the feel of your brand is that it has to attract your target market. And I will be talking a little bit more about that. But the thing with it is that you have to know exactly who your target market is. And Lisa, as you are in the course, you are in luck, because there is a big target market section. So definitely go there as well. So your banner, the banner here, I kind of think as the sign above your door. It is the first thing that the person sees when they are clicking on your shop. So let's say that I have just found you in search, I've clicked on your shop and I come to here. It doesn't really tell me exactly what you do. I know that you have put it down here, and I will get onto this in a second, but I am not 100% sure what your shop is just by these lovely illustrations. And as gorgeous as they are, it doesn't really tell me a lot about what you do. So what I would kind of like recommend is to go onto the branding section of the course, and maybe even go onto Canva and type in Etsy shop banner and just have a little play. There are quite a lot of free graphics and things you can use on there. I'm thinking maybe even have, like, for example, here you've got a really lovely mock-up, and here as well. I'd maybe put a couple of those in your banner so that immediately I can see how your art would look in my home. So I hope that makes sense. It's all about first impressions. I mean, we have talked quite a lot on the channel and things like that about bounce rates, and that does really apply to Etsy as well. So for example, if they clicked onto your shop, let's say that I came onto this listing here and I clicked onto your shop, the very first thing I see is this. And if I don't know within the first, I don't know, about a second or two, I'm going to literally just go, okay, I'm not really sure what that is. And I'm just going to come straight off again. Again, Lisa, I am saying all of this out of love. Please don't ever think that I am trying to be mean or anything like that. And also, guys, this is just my opinion as an Etsy coach. Obviously, you do what works best for you. I'm just basically going off of the 10 years experience in the retail trade, both online and in actual stores. So you need to know exactly, you need to give it an impression as to what you do. Think about your favourite, bath and body store or cosmetic store or something like that. You have to kind of think about that and kind of think, okay, when I look at the store from the front, when I first walk into the store, what impression do I get? As their target market, do I get sucked into it? And if the answer is yes, ask yourself why, and just keep asking yourself why. Now online it is harder because we don't have, the kind of things, the props and the staff and the actual space to create this emotion for your target market physically, but it is something that you can do online, and Etsy does give you the tools to kind of do that, especially with the shop banner and your branding here and stuff like that as well. So just, Lisa, I go to the branding section. I know branding might seem like a little bit of an icky word, but at the end of the day, you know, if you are wanting to attract your target market, and if you know who exactly your target market is, then you need to have a brand that attracts them into your shop. So this little bit here is very good for SEO. I personally don't know what original iPad art prints is. If I go onto Etsy and I type that in, see, me as someone who's probably, to be honest, your target market, I've just redone, or I'm in the process of redoing, our house, and I am after quirky, colourful art prints like these. I would not type that in. Let's have a little look and see. 67 results. So original iPad art prints, only 67 results. So I would, if it was me, I would ditch that, and I would really research your search engine optimization, your keywords. Put in a long tail keyword here, modern and colourful art. I mean, let's try that. Let's take those and let's go into Etsy. Modern and colourful art. There we go, 47,394 results. So a lot better of a keyword to kind of like use. This shows, I know it's a lot, and I know you're probably sat there thinking, but Steph, if I had only 67 results in the last search, aren't I better off using that? And to be honest, no, because this is telling me that a lot of people are looking for your prints. And I'm just looking at the results here, and this is your style. I feel like the modern, colourful prints is definitely you. Definitely, you know, just from having a little look at your shop is definitely more your vibe. So yeah, I mean, I would say that using modern and colourful art, just literally off the top of my head, contemporary art for the modern home, maybe something like that. You need to kind of explain what you do, but also make it SEO friendly. This little bit here is actually super important. It's crawled by Google. I think a lot of people just kind of ignore this bit, but actually it's really super important. And just very quickly going back to the branding, again, I don't know kind of what your brand is, really, to be completely honest with you. Normally, when you go into a shop, you need to immediately kind of know what their branding is. So let me just show you mine real quickly. So this is my shop here. So as you can see, the SEO bit there, I do tend to, you know, change it up, and I tend to test things just so I can kind of like report back on you guys and kind of tell you what works. But this is my banner. As you can see, it's basically pink and white. That is my brand. Very simple. Up here, I've put like kind of examples of kind of what I do. Again, I am kind of changing it out and kind of testing things. And I've got this here and my tagline here as well. So straight off the bat, when you click on my shop, you know that I sell this keepsake jewelry and pieces that are meant to be cherished. So it might kind of give you a little bit more of an idea about when I say to you, need to know exactly what your brand is, and it needs to attract your target market straight off the bat. My brand is quite girly. It's quite minimalistic, simple. The jewelry does all the talking basically, and that's kind of what my brand is, and you can definitely tell that as you go onto my store. Whereas when I go onto your store, I'm not 100% there. I'm not 100% sure what your brand colours are. I mean, it could be this lovely ochre colour and this lovely sort of blue colour. They could be your brand colours, and if they are, fabulous. Put them into a banner of some sort, and I would again recommend going to Canva and having a little play around. It could take you a couple of days, but at the end of the day, your shop banner is actually quite important, and I think a lot of Etsy shop owners just kind of like skip over it, or they don't have a shop banner at all, which I think is not the best idea. This is a space that Etsy gives you to demonstrate your brand. Use it, guys. Definitely use it. So you've had 172 sales, that is amazing. I'm just going to quickly go onto your reviews. Actually, no, I won't. I'll leave that for a little bit later on in the critique. You've had 269 favorites and 172 sales. Fantastic, Lisa. Well done for that. In your announcement section, what I would say is that it's a little bit of a weird space now. It used to be that you kind of let people know things that are happening in your shop if you're going to like a craft fair, something like that, which I know at the moment COVID is kind of putting the kibosh on all of that. But it's a little bit of a strange space now. So what I would do is that I would give a very, very quick introduction as to who you are, what your brand is and things like that. You've also put, you can find me here. Do you have an email list? Because what I would say, Lisa, is a very good use of this space, and all of you guys out there watching, is if you have an email list, what you could do is put right at the bottom, do you want 10% off of your art prints, something like that. Join my email list to be sent a coupon that you can use on Etsy, something like that. Again, Lisa, in the course I do go into real detail in this. So yeah, definitely worth having a little think about this area here. The shop announcement section is really, I mean, in Etsy's eyes, it's kind of used for updating the people that are going to be coming into your shop, but kind of what I would use it for is for that. So like at Christmas, do like the last posting dates and things like that. But also a lot of the time people will only see this. So if you have something important that you really want your customer to look at, you have to whack it in like capital letters, or maybe not quite caps, but you have to whack it right up the top here. So I would say something along the lines of, if you have an email list, want 10% off your order, ? Click read more to see how. So it's immediately like enticing the person in to read more, because again, like when they first click onto your store, they just see this, and a lot of people will just scroll past it. So although you've got a lovely little intro here, a lot of people would not click read more, and they would not find your website, Instagram, things like that. And also you do have them linked further down in the bits that Etsy gives you for your social media as well. So you have 140 items. That is a good start. That is a really fantastic start. What I would recommend, Lisa, is to do something that I like to call drip feeding listings, which is basically where you bulk upload in the drafts section of your listings bit on the back end of Etsy. You kind of upload them in bulk, so you will create them, upload them, and then every single like day, or not every single day necessarily, but every other day, every 2 days, or even 1 or 2 a week, you publish one of them. So what that does is it kind of tells Etsy that you are active on your shop, you are creating things on your shop, you are in your shop, you care about it, and you are creating new items for your customers. And I think that that's really important. I think quite a lot of Etsy shops are abandoned, if I'm completely honest. Like see, for example, here, and customers see this as well. Last updated on the 30th of March 2016, so 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, you updated this, and this date is shown to customers. So it does make me worry that people might look at that and go, oh, okay, well, she's not very active in her shop then. Okay, that worries me a bit. Maybe I won't buy it because maybe I won't actually receive my item. I know it's quite a nitpicky kind of thing, but all of these little kind of, I guess, clues for trying to get more people to stay in your shop and kind of scroll through your items, they all count. So anyway, back to your amount of listings. What I would say is you guys do not have to like make new stuff all the time. What you can do, and what I would kind of recommend you do, is I would, number one, if you are totally stuck for listings, I would copy a listing and I would change just the keywords and then publish that as a new listing, because again, not only number one are you making a new listing in Etsy's eyes, but also number two, you are testing, you are A/B testing what keywords and things work best for you, which is always a good thing. So yeah, you can also do that. You can also do like a gift set. So let's say, for example, let me just try and find a couple that look the same. So for example, if you had these and you wanted to create another couple of listings, you could bundle those two, do it as a new listing, bundle those two, do it as a new listing, bundle those two, do it as a new listing, and then do a set of 3 and do that as a new listing. So straight off the bat, you've got like an extra 4 listings there. So guys, when I say to like drip feed, don't kind of panic and think, oh my goodness, have I really got to create like a new thing every day? No, you don't. At this stage, I publish a new listing every other day. The only downside with that is that you are left at the end of the year with a lot of listings, but here is the thing, it is a numbers game. The more listings you have, the more chance you are at being found. It's like playing a game, like raffle game, like, you know, where you buy a raffle ticket. The more raffle tickets you have, the more chance you are at winning. And that is essentially how Etsy does work. Whether you agree with it or not, it's not really neither here nor there. It is what it is. So that is what I would say is that 140 listings are fab. I would say that keep creating, because you obviously, you know, you've kind of set up here that you absolutely love it, and I have taken a little peek at your about section, and you do seem like an artist true at heart. So creating a lot of new prints shouldn't be too much of an issue for you. But also I would say bundle. Bundles are amazing. And, you know, for example, I am completely dense when it comes to like interior design and things like that. So for example, I would kind of like bundle those two together. Maybe I'd bundle like a couple of these together. I am completely dense when it comes to, you know, what decor goes with what. So you actually bundling a load of your prints together that have got the same kind of colors, same kind of vibe, actually helps someone out a lot. It really, really does. So definitely I would give that a go. And also as well, have you thought about like gifting at occasions and whether people will buy your items as gifts? Because again, you can bundle them as like a little gift set as well, which would be ideal for Christmas coming up very, very rapidly. So your categories, I get where you're going with this, and I get the modern prints, sailboat prints, animal prints, whimsical prints. However, further down, I don't know, I'm sort of, you're being uber specific with your art. And are you finding that you are running out of category spaces when you are creating? Do you feel like you are kind of trapping yourself into just making guitar prints, just making holiday prints and things like that? Again, I don't really know a lot about art, but what I would say is maybe it might be a good idea to do them by colorways. So you could do green prints, you could do red prints, you could do something like that, so that if someone is coming onto your shop and going, right, I've just painted my room like a really nice reddy color and I want some green prints to like go on the wall to kind of do like a contrasting wall, something like that, then it would be super easy for that person to find them. I'd still keep the maybe like animal prints, modern prints, something like that, but I would maybe sort of think about how you could order these in a better way. Also, don't forget that these are SEO friendly, SEO heavy. Google does crawl these. So make sure that, again, it's kind of like one of those impossible tasks, but make sure that you create categories that make sense, but that also people search for. So let's just go back. That's my shop, don't want to see that. Let's go back, green art print. Let's see, what do people see? 397,000 results. If you do have E-Rank, Lisa, I'd recommend kind of going on to E-Rank or Marmalade or anything like that. I've got, again, in the SEO section, Lisa, you are completely covered. I go through in depth how to find really, really good keywords. So I'm not going to go into it in this critique because you basically are in the course. You have everything you need. But basically, have a little look. So I've just typed in green art print, and you can see here green art print set, green art print in the UK. That will not apply to you, but green art print and green art print set is something that people are searching. If I select that just out of interest, see 29,000 results, and as you can see, like having them in a set is a really fantastic idea, especially for someone like me who has no freaking idea what colours go with what. I am really dense when it comes to that. But seriously, the set of 3 prints is something that a lot of people are doing. And also as well, Lisa, the gallery wall, is that what it's called? Gallery wall. That craze is well and truly back. People love it. So again, you could do different size prints. You can get, if you are using mock-ups, you can get a gallery wall mock-up. And I can assume that you can make these any size. So again, like have a little think about that. Really, when you are creating art, the sky's the limit kind of, because you can really, really create a lot of different listings, a lot of different looks, all with the same art print. So yeah, I would just have a little tiny look at your categories and just make sure that as someone who has no idea about art, like for example, painted with light, I have no idea what that is. Card sets, I don't really know what that is. Oracle deck, again, I don't really know what that is. Really, you want to be kind of guiding your target customer through the process from A, doing a search onto Etsy, to point B, where they are buying from your shop, and make that as easy for them as possible. Your prices. Right, I'm going to go on to this one because it's right there. So your pricing, is it a physical print? I assume it is. Also, you're doing free postage to the UK. That is amazing. That is really, really good. I think that is a really good thing that you're doing. You are running a sale and you are doing free delivery. And that is amazing, guys, purely because of this. So if I do, I'm going to go back to a print that the keywords are a little bit more, something I can actually search for. Okay. We will have to have a little chat about your SEO as well, Lisa, I feel like. I'm trying to find, there we go. So let's do Blue Mountain drawing. So let's just demonstrate why Lisa's done amazing with the free delivery and having a sale. So Blue Mountain print. So 21,114 results. So that is not bad. I mean, I've seen searches with more. But see, what Lisa has done is that not only has she, she will be included in this search, but when people go over here and they click on sale, it only shows listings that are on sale. So it's gone from 21,000 results to on sale 3,652, which is freaking amazing. It literally wheedles out all the other shops that haven't got a sale on. So even if you increase your prices and run a 10% off sale, it is a really amazing tactic to use. But not only that, Lisa has also done free delivery, which means that it then wheedles it down again to 1,000 results, which means that the likelihood is that you are going to be seen a lot more versus the 21,000 results. So Lisa, that is amazing. You've done such a good job with this. Carry on the way you are. I don't really see, obviously I'm in the UK, so the price is going to be a little bit wonky anyway. Really, I don't think there's much I can say about your pricing, to be honest with you. I think it's absolutely bang on. Right, so now I'm going to go on your reviews. So, 5 star. Well, obviously your overall reviews are 5 star. That is amazing. So everyone has given you 5 stars. I love this. See, this is the kind of image that would be amazing. And look, here we go. So this person has purchased a load of prints. So hang on, if I go like, that's not going to show me anything, is it? Okay, but you can kind of tell by the picture that your target market is purchasing a load of prints because they want to kind of get a set. So this, Lisa, should really be your clue as to what your target market wants. It wants sets. It wants to order 3 or more prints from you. So why not make that super, super easy and make ready created print sets. So also as well, Lisa, every single person has given you 5 stars. So you know what I would do? I would put that in your banner somewhere. I would put something, let me think. Basically a kind of professional way of saying that you have not got anything less than 5 stars in your reviews, and they are welcome to check out your Etsy reviews as well. But that is amazing, and really that is something you should brag about, to be honest with you. You've had 172 sales and no one has given you less than 5 stars. So Lisa, bragging rights, use them. So let's talk about your images. Now, I am going to just tell you straight off the bat that this image, and to a certain extent, sort of these images, and this one attracts me. This one doesn't. With art, it's always a really good idea to have like a mock-up to show what it would look like in their home. So when I was looking at the Blue Mountain art prints, I am attracted to this. I am attracted to this. Oh my goodness, this I am attracted to. This especially, this. So you can kind of see that as someone who is trying to search for a art print for their home, I want to see how it's going to look like. I want to know what it's going to look like in my home. So Lisa, if you are using mock-ups, I'd say have a little look on Etsy. Etsy is an amazing place for mock-ups. I'd have a little look and see if you can find someone that has mock-ups. And also, do not be afraid to contact the person that makes them and ask them to create a custom mock-up for you, so that you're not using the same picture for, you know, the kind of same picture that everyone else is using. You absolutely can 100% do that. I have done that before, where I have contacted the person. So for example, if you found the person that made this mock-up, it's amazing. I would contact them and say, hey, just wondering if you could create like a custom mock-up for me. How much would that be? And actually it's a really good way to not only have amazing pictures, but also protect your brand, if that makes sense. So your pictures, this is a no-no for me. This background is super distracting. It's not showing your art, you know, in the best light, and your art is beautiful and it needs to be shown in the best light. What I would say is, yeah, probably, I'm gonna be honest, these pictures, I know what you're doing, they're like the Christmas prints, and I understand that, and actually to a certain extent they are fine. I would probably lighten them up a tad if you possibly can, but maybe these sorts of prints are a little bit dark. See, this one's perfect. The way that this one's lit is amazing. I would, if your target market is someone who likes modern, colourful art prints, then you need a modern, I wouldn't say colourful, but a very bright and airy modern front image, like a mock-up, something like that. See, this, for example, is super in line with your target market. I'm hoping it's going to load now. It's going to take ages, isn't it? There we go. So this like literally says to me, this home is minimalistic, quirky, modern, and I like it. So really it is all about kind of showing this. Do you have only one picture on this? Oh, okay. Right, Lisa. So the more pictures you have in your listing, the better that listing will convert. Even though I love this print, I wouldn't buy it, because what worries me is that there's only one picture. As someone who is sort of, you know, quite, well, I guess your target market would be familiar with kind of Etsy, online shopping, things like that. What I would say is that I would need more images. So what I would do is I would think about having different mock-ups. I would think about maybe having, so you've got different heights here as well. I want to see that. I want to see that physically. A lot of people, they do not read. They are people who are visual learners, and you need to really use all of your 10 image slots, that's hard to say, in your listings. So definitely, Lisa, it is so worthwhile spending the extra time and putting in lots of different pictures. And again, in the course, Lisa, I have loads of different ways that you can fill up these 10 slots that will benefit you, that will basically make your conversion rate higher. Again, a lot of people are going to get to this and they're probably going to drop off. They're probably going to click out because they want to see shops that are showing exactly what their item will look like in multiple different ways. So if I just click let's go on to this bad boy here. Let's just have a little look. See, these people have only got 2 as well. See, again, I would literally click off of that and go, no, I need to see it more, because it's not really detailing exactly what that item is. Let me see. See, a lot of people, I've only got the one picture. Why have you only got the one picture? See, again, I would click off of that because I need to see it in different lights, and you need to kind of see. So here we go. So this is more like it. So you have the 1 mock-up, the 2 mock-up, you have the other colours being detailed. So for you, it would be the different sizes. And then like an overall kind of mock-up here as well, like 1, 2, 3. See, this is better. This would convert me more because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, okay, so here it is on like I guess it's like on the floor against the wall. And here it is on a little coffee table. So immediately I know what the size is. If I'm going on to that, I know you're putting the size in there and I get that. But I personally, I think a lot of people that are shopping on Etsy are visual learners. And they kind of want to see what it would look like visually in their space. So I would not necessarily redo, it's completely up to you. I'd rethink your photos, and again, the photography section in the branding module in the course is amazing, because I do really go into depth, into how you can do it, ideas, ways to make it, ways to kind of bring out your brand in your photos. And also I have like a little case study little thing in there as well, where I basically explain different photos, why they work, why they don't work. So definitely worth going through that. I won't bore you with it now because you've got everything that you need in the course. But yeah, I would definitely rethink your focus, especially this one as well. Like I imagine this is actually a really beautiful painting. So you've got lots of different ones here, and all I'm seeing is this, which is not giving me the detail that I need, especially for this kind of price point. You want to see exactly what you're getting. And you've got different prints here as well. So I don't know if I'm getting like all 5, whether I'm getting 1 or what really. So you need to kind of sort that out in that kind of respect. You need to kind of personalised commission painting. Yeah, so it's not, I mean, I'm just skimming through it, but it's not really telling me what I'm getting. I haven't got a clue. Just by reading that and this and the pictures, I don't really have a clue what I'm getting. You need to basically make it. Again, I think with you, your guiding light needs to be, I need to make it so easy for my target market to buy from me that it is impossible for them not to buy from me, if that makes sense. Make it super easy for them to get from point A to point B, buy your prints for their home, make it super easy that they can see what the prints are going to look like straight off the bat, so that they are just attracted to your shop more. And then obviously then you come in with your gift sets or your gallery listings or your like sets of 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever prints, which again makes it super easy. And then not only that, but if you are offering some kind of discount in the announcement section here for them joining your email list, it then makes it super easy. So not only are there's almost like no negative points from them ordering from you. Not only are they getting something unique painted by an artist, they are also getting it in a perfect set, so the colours all match together. It will go in their home because you've already done the categories here. And not only that, but you're also going to be offering them a discount, and it's free to ship as well. So they literally all of the you're doing all the right things. I think you just need to think about them in a slightly different way, if that makes sense. Your search engine optimization, your SEO. Right, okay, your titles are, I personally don't think they would really work for you. If I'm being completely honest, If I was to copy that, so it's either a comma or a space dash space that will separate your keyword phrases. So if I just search, so what you've done is that you've done Dakota County iPad painting print. So if I go onto Etsy and I type that in, 2 results, and they're you, I think, basically. This does not, hang on, let me find it. This is not a keyword that people are going to search. I think what I would recommend is go on to use the free version of eRank if you don't want to use the pro version. It's just as good. I would go on to that. I would type in things like, you have to think about how your target market would be looking for this print. They will probably not be typing in Dakota County iPad painting print. That's not how they would be typing it in. And also as well, I know that Etsy have said that shorter titles work better. I have personally tested it and I would implore you to do the same thing. Personally, shorter titles do not work for me. And the way I see it is that if Etsy is giving me all of that yummy, lovely SEO space in the title, I'm going to damn well use it, because at the end of the day, the more words you have going on in here or keyword phrases, the more chance you're going to be showing up in those searches. So, for example, I think, to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think that you need to go through a lot of your listings and have a little look at your keywords. Let's just go back to this one listing, otherwise we are going to get confused. But I think that, see, for example, as well, down here, I know what you're doing. You're doing the materials, seed art, butterfly cocooner. This is purely just for the materials that you are using to create that print. So it almost seems as if you're taking your tags maybe and putting them in here in the materials section. I don't know if you've done that on purpose, whether you've sort of not kind of, you know, maybe you've kind of, what's the word, misplaced it maybe. But there are some good, like botanical drawing is like a good keyword to use here. So for example, you could do like a contemporary green art print, comma, botanical drawing, comma, and then just like carry on with that and put that in your title. Your title and your tags are the most important SEO spaces. Title and tags. Description is not crawled by Etsy. It is crawled by Google, and it's like the first, I think like I want to say 160 characters. Like the first little bit here is crawled by Google. So really you don't have to worry about keywords in your description. I'd probably say scatter some of your important keywords right at the beginning of your description so that Google will crawl it. You need to rethink your titles. And let's just go down to your tags. So your tags are like your little keyword phrases. So you've got Dakota County, which again, I wouldn't necessarily be searching that. St. Paul artist, I don't know who that is. Also, I don't know if that is someone else that is like another artist, whether that is where you live. I'm not 100% sure, but just to let you guys know, and you as well, Lisa, that you cannot use other artist names in your tags, because that is a brand infringement. Just to let you know. You also put that there as well. I don't know what either of these are, to be honest. Just be very, very, very careful. You can by all means use your own name because it is your own brand. Peak District print, grey feather print. You've got grey feather print here, and it's not a grey feather print. So that worries me, because what that will do is that when people are searching for grey feather print, your listing will gradually keep going down and down and down and down and down in the search results until you are completely lost, because people that are searching for grey feather print don't want a green botanical print. So you need to make sure that you are only using tags and keywords that accurately describes what you are selling, what this item is, because if you try to cheat the system, you're actually going to damage your shop. Really, honestly, you are. Banksy framed, I would get rid of that. Banksy, I'm 90% sure that would be an infringement, so please don't use other artist names. Honestly, Lisa, it's just not worth it. I mean, if it genuinely is a Banksy print, then by all means. But just be aware, Lamborghini canvas, I don't know what that is. I just know the car. So again, be really, really sure. macaron art. Again, I don't know what that is. Really, you've got to, none of these keywords, apart from your own name, would be something that I would search for. Maybe Peak District print. You've got to kind of see what kind of keyword phrases your target market would be searching for to find this print. I really can't kind of say that in any better way. Let me just zoom in on it, come up with some ideas maybe just off the top of my head. I would definitely say to research your keywords yourself. So I know that you know what this is, but a lot of people, just by purely looking at it, will not know. So green botanical print, green foliage art, natural art, something like that. So you kind of get the point. I think you've really got to get rid of all of these and purely just describe the materials that you are using. Redo your titles, redo your tags, and Lisa, go to the SEO section in the course, because that is literally going to tell you everything you need to know. So I think that would really, really help you. Okay, let's have a little look at your delivery times. Let me have a look, see what's ready to dispatch in 2 to 3 weeks. If you can get that down, Lisa, I would say to do that. A lot of people, I know that, you are on Etsy at the end of the day and it is a handmade platform, but a lot of people expect their item to be shipped within like a week. I would say to kind of have a little look at this, have a look at your overall shipping process and see if you can cut that time down in any way, shape or form. Even if it is something as simple as saying, okay, well, I'm going to batch do all of my Jiffy bags so that I can just literally whack the print in there, seal it up and I'm done. Think of ways that you can batch tasks beforehand in relation to your shipping, and see if you can kind of cut time off there, shave it off there as well. So let's have a look at your about page. Do you know what? I can never blink and find it when I want it. There we go. Let's go back onto your shop. Let's go back onto your about section. Scrolly. Here we go. So your about section is really something that is super, super important. And I think a lot of Etsy shop owners don't get that. They don't understand that this is actually what makes, what is the difference between a big box store that sells art prints and you, Lisa, is this here. So I'm not gonna read through it because I'll be literally here for ages. But what I'll say is that I think just by looking at it, that it is good. I would say to talk more about your brand, your story, and why you kind of started doing what you do and where you hope to go, things like that. Give the personal aspect of yourself, put a little bit of yourself in your brand and kind of show it off in your about section. I hope that makes sense. So your pictures, you have got some workspace, that is good, a really, really good little kind of, I would say probably a better quality image would be best of your workspace, how you organise your bits and bobs. You've got you as well on the bus, because I have seen that you did used to create artwork on the bus, which is also fun. But that's it. So what I would say is maybe have some more pictures of your workspace, maybe some of like your home in general. You've got this beautiful snow, maybe even include something like that in there. Really, you've got to think about your target market and your brand, and kind of look at how your brand can be further enhanced by your about section in a way that would attract your target market. So definitely you've got all of your links down here as well: Instagram, Pinterest, shop blog, shop website. I'm not going to go on to those right now because this critique will be like an hour and a bit long. But what I would say is that you've got a lot of links here, which is always good. I like it because it does build trust online, where people can find you in different places apart from just on Etsy. It always builds trust. You've got your own website here as well. Go on then and have a little look. See, you've got your own website here. It's beautiful. It kind of builds more trust. You've got all the social links here as well. So yeah, like I think your links are all good. I'd say give your about section a little bit of love maybe, and kind of see if there's any way you can include more of the branding that you want to convey for your target market into your about section. So just another very, very quick thing, talking about the back end of Etsy. When someone orders from you, Lisa, do you send them a nice little message? I think that the biggest thing with Etsy is communication. I think communication on Etsy is super, super important. A lot of people are quite new to Etsy. They're new to, and if they're not new to the platform, they're new to actually buying from that platform. And if they're not new for buying on the platform, they are new to your shop. So what I would say is that communication is key. Do you send them a nice little message when they order from you? Do you kind of let them know when their order is shipped in a nice little message? Do you kind of just let them know that their item is on their way? Kind of, do you contact the customer in any kind of way, shape or form? What I would say is that it's always good to kind of let them know that you have received their order and you are on it. Basically, you are on it, you are creating it, it should be shipped soon. Then a message when the order is shipped, and then even a message when, if you can see that, maybe either like by the tracking you can see that it's been received, or maybe even like 3-4 weeks later, send them a message to say hi, I hope that you've received the order okay, let me know if all is well, if you wouldn't mind leaving me a review, whatever. It's just being super open and honest for the customer. I think that is a really, really good thing to kind of like do, and again, it does build your brand trust. One other very, very quick thing, Lisa, is are you driving your own traffic? Let's have a little look at your socials. Let's do that, let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. Go for it. Are you driving your own traffic? Because the thing with Etsy is that sometimes they do tests, sometimes Etsy doesn't have good days, sometimes Etsy is down. It's always good to drive your own traffic to your Etsy shop or to your own website, what have you. I would also kind of implore you to think about maybe having like a Facebook group, something like that. I'm just going to close that for a second. So 6th of September, so let's have a little look. Facebook has changed recently and I'm still trying to like get my bearings. See, this is good. This is good. And you've got good engagement here as well. I like this. I think on your, see, this is really, really good. What I want to see from you a little bit more is maybe a little bit more behind the scenes. So things like this on your social medias. You can definitely post the same thing on Instagram as you do on Facebook. There is definitely no rule against that. But a lot of people do kind of go onto your social media to get more behind the scenes. So I think that you are doing well on social media. Everything is kind of filled out. I would again sort of have a look at your branding and things like that. Your shop now, it does point to your Etsy shop, which is fine. You do have your own website. Okay, that's okay. I'm not really sure. I just clicked the link on your Etsy, so maybe just have a little look at that. I don't know if it's a broken link or what's happened. Oh, I can see what's happened. Did you have a blog before? Maybe you don't now. Blogging, Lisa, is actually a really good thing to do. What I would do is again, this is all detailed in the course, but I would blog and I would then create pins for that blog that your target market, with keywords that your target market is likely to share. It's just another really like amazing little way to bring traffic to your shop. And again, I do go through that in detail in the course as well. So, Pinterest, I think maybe you probably know what I'm going to say. Create boards that your target market would be attracted to. So you could do like interior design, you could do green living room ideas, green kitchen ideas, and then obviously red, yellow, blue, whatever. And then you could pin your art that is relevant, so pin your green art to those boards. So it's really not difficult with Pinterest. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it in their heads, but really it's not. It's all about creating boards that your target market would be attracted to, not of your own items, of other pictures, items. Inspiration is kind of what I'm getting at. And then sprinkle your products within those boards, so that your target market is looking on your green living room inspiration board and oh, they come across your art print. Oh, okay, then they click onto your Etsy shop and they purchase from you, because Pinterest has kind of done the work of getting the people that, you know, are likely to buy art prints, green art prints, into that board and into your Etsy shop. Looking at your socials as well, I think on Instagram you're doing fine. I am not an expert at Instagram, I'm not gonna lie. I am not the expert to come to on the gram. But again, it's the same kind of thing. You want to be posting behind the scenes. So yeah, I would say that you are doing well on Instagram, just posting more kind of like behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I think overall, Lisa, I think that you are thinking along the right lines. I think you might need some guidance, and obviously the course is the perfect place to do that in regards to your branding and things like that. I think that you need to kind of really hone in on who your target market is and how you can attract them in regards to your photos and your SEO. I think, to be honest, once your SEO is done, I think that should probably be the very, very first thing you do. I think get the SEO done, you're going to start getting people and eyeballs into your shop, then attack the photos, and I think then the people that are coming into your shop are going to be more likely to be converted, and then attack the other things, so the categories and things like that. But I think for you, SEO is the number one thing to kind of do. I would seriously consider doing eRank. They do a $5.99 subscription every month. For me, I'm going to be completely honest, I tend to do the pro. I'll do the $9.99 subscription a month. But then what I do is I batch list. So I'll batch list all of my listings for like the next 2-3 months, and then I'll downgrade it again. So I'm only paying $9.99 per kind of batching of listings, if that makes sense. You don't have to have it on every single month. Super easy to do that. You just literally go onto the website. You can cancel your subscription on there. So definitely worth a go. I think as well, if you can offer like custom options, so like having people's names printed maybe, I don't know if that's really your jam, I don't know if that's really you as an artist, but something to think about. Certainly think about the gift sets, certainly think about the sets of 2, 3, 4, 5 gallery walls, things like that. You are selling art, and at the end of the day, art is used to make a space someone's... I'm trying to think where I'm going with this, but it's basically to make a space more in line with someone's tastes. And if their tastes align with your tastes in the art that you create, that is amazing. That is where you want to be. But in order to increase kind of like the average order value and kind of make it easy on the customer to get from point A to point B, making sets, making gallery walls, making categories so that they can easily find your bits and bobs, and also like creating SEO, you know, making better SEO choices, doing your titles better, doing your tags better is really where you want to be. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this shop critique, and Lisa, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, feel free to comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this, please do give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe for other Etsy tips and tricks and wonderful handmade business loveliness on this channel. But until then guys, I shall see you in the next video. Bye everyone!